Good morning, Raiders fans. It's time to do that hockey thing today. This morning's game will definitely be the rubber match between the Regis Jesuit Raiders and the Cherry Creek Bruins. Between the CPHL and the Chassa season, both teams are 2-2-2. So it will be the rubber match. Now I will be having a special guest join me here. He will be coming out in a little bit and we'll get things moving. Our Raiders are taking the ice for warm-ups and they are excited to go today. They look ready to go. And there was a bit of conversation going last night about how the teams are set up and stacked against one another. I will share a bit of it with you, just so everyone is clear on how this is going. This roster for this tournament is based on the CPHL roster, so not our Chassa roster. That enabled a number of teams to bring down a significantly larger group of older players for this tournament. The Raiders have played pretty true to form with their roster. We've had, I think, 2 helpers on our group. Some teams have had 5 or so, but we will definitely have our fair shake here. Excuse me there. But there have been players who are going to be involved in the varsity playoffs playing during this tournament, and now those players are off to their other commitments. So you can expect a very, very good matchup here. Now, I see my guest host. I'm just going to get him down here and get him mic'd up. And we'll get started. Raiders are in warm-ups as usual. Charged up and ready to go. You will see, okay, I see what we've done here. So right now, some of these numbers look very familiar and some of them are a little different. So I will fill you in on the changes as they pop on the ice. One of the things I saw that I like a lot is that my good buddy Matthew Backus is back and at full strength, ready to go. Some of you who saw the game yesterday will remember a late hit after the buzzer, and that hit took us down a player. So right now we are getting ready to go. The varsity head coach has entered the building along with some of our dear fans that'll be watching the game. So this is going to be a good one. We're strong with Raider support today. See a red over here. And I will be interviewing my special guest between periods. A little pre-game jitters for everybody. So this is going to be a good one. The boys are excited. They're ready. They're fired up. I spoke to one of the boys this morning and he said, "It's chill. We're ready." I said, "All right, let's do it." So this should be a good one. Now you will notice pretty clearly a size difference between the 2 goalies. And there has been a bit of controversy about that. But the one player that is new to the Cherry Creek roster for this is a goalie who has played juniors. And the family moved here, and he only got in one game, but that qualified him for the roster. So, is it something we wanted to see? Probably not. But is it something we're going to see? Absolutely. Is it against the rules? Well, no. Is it something we prefer not to have happen? Probably. But I tell you what, there's the buzzer for warm-ups. We are ready to go. Over on the bench, I see Ian, Nick, Dan Woodley, and the boys are ready to go. And they're gathering around the net, getting all the biscuits in the bucket. Mr. Nash skating out high. Mr. Brown makes his wide circle, heading towards the team to get ready. And we had some audio issues here. That's me. I'm just not having the microphone close enough. But we will definitely be ready to go here. I do want to thank the Ambrosios and CC Patton and Miss Gloria, Lola. CC and Lola, thank you so much. You're the grandparents of our Bo Patton. We would not be able to do this broadcast without you, so we greatly appreciate you. And you can hear the fans in the background getting ready. My dear friend from the other team is coming down to say hello. He's got a kid that I know and love, and we're hoping that we get the best possible outcome today, which is a tie, and that we immediately have both teams. No, I'm just kidding. It's going to be a good battle today. If you've seen any of the posts online, they say Parabellum. And I got that straight from John Wick. If you want peace, prepare for war. So here we go. The battle begins. Puck goes back into the Bruins zone. A swing and a miss. Puck comes up, gets dumped in. Robinson gets a high stick there from 25. Puck goes around the boards. Backus sees it, moves it up the wall. Doesn't quite get out where we want it to be. And the Raiders are battling in front of their net. That shot does not go on net. Well done by Mr. Snow there to get that taken care of. Already heated. Lots of interesting puck battles going on here and physical play. Just crazy on the boards there. That's a little late and egregious, but they're still going to let it go. Snow gets a hold of it, stops the puck, and the Raiders fight them off. Good job, Raiders. Well done, boys. We're going to get a line change here. I think they wanted to get a bunch of the boys on, keep them fresh, because this has definitely been a long physical battle. And the Raiders are definitely up and ready to go this morning. Puck goes down. Raiders win it over to Mr. Clinert. Looks like we have Clinert, Brown, and Hatcher and Smith out there, and my good friend Zegan Beasley. And they are just pestering Beasley. This is definitely going to be a back and forth, up and down defensive game. It's going to be all about making the right hit and the right play. Pucks get flung across the zone. Hatcher sees it. He grabs it. He's bringing it up the ice. Brown slows down to be onside. Well done, Charlie. Hatcher tried to go back to Brown. Didn't get enough sauce on it. But nice hit there by Beasley. And the Bruins dump in and go for a change. Out on the ice is my buddy 56, Mr. Tucker. Oh, that ice is slippery, isn't it? And the Raiders are in the zone, but didn't quite go in with control. We got a change, but everybody got out just in time to pick this one up. Puck goes out, and oh, what a save by Henry Snow. I tell you what, if I was going to put a vote in for MVP of this tournament, it would be that man, Henry Snow. 2 shutouts, and the least goals against in the tournament. Very proud of his play this weekend. Backus behind the net, and he scoops it away. They scoop it back, and the Raiders try to get a shot. It doesn't go on net. Raiders pick up the puck and are breaking out. Boy, I tell you what, there must be something going on with that puck because nobody is quite connecting with it well. And speaking of connecting, we get an early interference, but we'll let that go, of course. And the goalie reaches out wide to slow the puck down. The Raiders are going to get a change on the forward line. Oh, they're going right back to Robinson, Wiedemeyer, and Nash. And it looks like on defense, we've got Beasley and Ketcher. Interesting. Let's see what we get here. See if Robinson can win that one back. And there's some kind of a delay here, but Robinson wins the faceoff, goes to Creek, unfortunately, and we are going to have icing and come right back down. That was a quick turnaround. So the Raiders are going to be back in their offensive zone, and Robinson's going to take a face-off. Like the way Bo was taking his face-offs yesterday. Trying to get that communicated over to Robinson, but he didn't quite hear me. Puck goes down. We're going to have icing again, and back down we go. So it's obvious the Raiders are up and ready, and they are feeling the pressure on the other side of the ice there already. Puck goes down, tied up on the dot. Bruins get it, pop it out. Raiders fire it back in deep. Get onside. Wiedemeyer with the hit. Puck goes all the way to the center ice. Puck gets dumped in nicely, but Zegan was a smidge behind the center line, so that will be icing. Robinson takes a look, see who's coming up against him. Try to give him the old dad signal of go straight through this little guy. Let's see what he does. And the face off there. He didn't win that one. Goes back to the Bruins. They fire it up top. They go deep. Backus with a hit early. They try to fire it in the middle, and it's too much sauce on that one. It's going all the way down. Nash with speed coming after it. Robinson goes off for Simmons, and we get offsides there, but we touch up. Luckily, the puck came out to Mr. Beck, steward of the puck there, takes care of things. Backus is back and on defense, trying to make sure nothing bad happens here. And nicely stick lifted there. Net does come off because, unfortunately, there was a Raider in the net. Yeah, it's not exactly what we want going in the net, but it's all that we want to go in our net. Yesterday's game, that became quite an issue, but today I think we'll be having a lot more positivity from both teams. All right, Smith slides in for the face-off, gets some instructions from the official. He's ready to drop, and they're always asking for those millimeters. It's the right thing to ask, but it never seems to work. Puck goes around the corners. Smith comes in high, takes an elbow, drops him nicely in the corner. Way to show the size and strength there, Mr. Smith. Another big hit by Smith. Puck comes up the boards and squirts out toward the captain. Captain going with speed. He's got Beck with him. If they hurry, they won't have numbers here, but we got a little bit of a forward line change. That looks like Simmons to me. It is. Brown's got it. Oh, he passed it to the wrong guy, and they were offsides by a country mile. All right, we're going to get a wholesale line change here. We're going to get a different forward group out here, I think. That looks like Stelino, Brenner, and Simmons. Interesting. Coach has been shuffling the lines up all tournament long, so I think there's only one line that hasn't changed, and I think there's some cohesion starting to come out of these changes. Nice pass up. Didn't quite hit the stick of Brenner, but nice. Right there, ready for it was Cox. Cox gets a little snug for his troubles. Ooh, a bouncer right in front of the net. Off the boards and into a bad area for Regis. And just got barely got a stick on it, falling to the ice. They get out of the zone because we didn't put a body on them, but sure enough, that's going to happen. Oh, another turnover there. We got to watch those. And that big gas was because they had a player on the back door that missed a whole lot of twine there, trying to go with the high shot. Puck comes around the boards. Raiders make a couple hits to get position and get a hold of the puck. And the door got checked open. It looks like, I see what's going on. Bo had to go back to the locker room for something. I'm guessing it was an equipment issue, and he is now headed out on the ice. It's been a few minutes, and now we got all our lines together, so that'll be good. Robinson glides out, tapping his stick, thinking about where he wants to go. Wins the faceoff right to Nash. I think that was the plan. And he's got Wiedemeyer with him. Nash hits the brakes, takes a look, surveys, makes a turn, loses the puck, but gets it back up to Beck. Beck gets a hold of it. Nash gets it. Robinson and Nash sticking together with Beck, trying to keep that puck in the zone, but it comes out to Ketcher. Ketcher takes a look, goes deep with it, right in the corner. That 6'6" goalie comes out and stops the puck. Robinson going up on the forecheck, and it looks like we've got to get our gap going here. We got to make sure that, nice. Snow gets a hold of that one, and the Bruins touch it, so now it's going to be a foot race, and Nash is going to get to the right place, doesn't catch the puck, but good hustle there by Mr. Nash. And we got to stop tapping it and start moving it tape to tape here. And a high hit from a long ways away. That was not a good idea. We got away with it. And looks like Klinert nicely takes the man, gives the puck to another one of his players, and we have a little Bruin on Bruin crime there. Nash gets away, he's loose. He doesn't get a full contact on that puck. Wiedemeyer gets there, Robinson takes a spill, and the Bruins are breaking out. They put the brakes on, and the Raiders do a good job of gap control, and sure enough, we get tied up on the boards. That should have been that's a little bit of extracurricular there. High bouncer onto Snow, and Snow makes a nice save there, confident save. He had his defenseman there in front of him. Smith does a nice one, and Klinert with a good hit. There's a little bit of a hack there, but we'll go with it. And he loses his balance because he lost control of his stick. They got it out, but it went high and wide, and the Raiders get back on D. The Raiders are on the forecheck. Klinert with a nice hit to let him know he's there. And I see a hit coming from Beasley. Beasley gives him a good spin. And puck comes out to the captain. And I tell you what, I don't know what's going on with the puck, but everybody seems to be having a little trouble corralling it. Zegan wisely takes a second off there and fires one, unfortunately, into Charlie Brown. Puck goes into the corner. Klinert comes around to give some love, and the puck comes out high, tries to get a shot off. Nice block by the Raiders, and we get it almost out. Brenner was looking to get going on that one. 3 Raiders in front. Nice stop by Snow. We've got to get this puck out of our zone and start getting possession on the other end. Beasley out there working, and the Bruins pop out with it. And the Raiders have just got to put him on his tuchus, and they do it. And we should have a penalty here. No, we end up with icing. This has been a fast and furious one. We are already halfway through the first period with a 0-0 score on the board. Double bagels. Hopefully the Raiders will put some shapes up on that board here pretty quickly. All right, in for the faceoff is Bo Patton. Again, thank you to the Patton family for sponsoring, as well as the Ambrosios for today's game on short notice. He tried to do the wraparound. That's not going to work on our guy. They get a whole bunch of slashing going on, but Bo fights through it. Brenner comes, gets hit, and gets it across to Bo, and Bo doesn't quite connect. That puck comes around. Bo's looking up for a hit. And the forecheck, puck goes high off the glass, and the Raiders knock it back in. Way to go, way to be there, Brenner. Puck goes around the boards, into the corner. Simmons stops it, slows it down, gets some grief for his hard work, and they're just grinding on those boards, scooting it around skate by skate. Puck comes up, and nice hit. Raiders keep the puck in the zone. Well done, boys. Simmons back there battling. He gets a good shove and comes out to Backus. Backus keeps the puck in the zone. Raiders are hitting. This is going today. And they're hitting behind the play even. Let's go. Puck comes out high, and the Bruins come out with it. The Raiders are gang hitting in the corners, on the boards, getting after it. That looks like catcher and back. And the puck goes across the middle, nobody home, because the Raiders got everybody tied up pretty well. Robinson with a hit. And here comes Backus with a nice squish on the boards, and puck comes up around the boards. Wiedemeyer gets a hold of it. He's got Nash and Robinson with him. 3-on-2 if they hurry. A nice flip by Wiedemeyer to get the puck around. They shove the puck into the wrong place. Robinson gets it and gets a shot off, but it goes off a Bruin playing defense there. Puck goes in high on Snow, and Snow stops it. Well done, Mr. Snow. Again, my early favorite for player of the tournament. Puck is stuck on the back of the net. And to prevent any injuries, the whistle is blown. It was trapped in the twine on the outside of the back of the net. You probably heard several parents yelling net and blow the whistle. It's amazing how much better you can see from up here. All right, looks like we got a line change, and Smith is going in for the face-off. Doesn't win that one, but the Raiders are going to get after it here. On the forecheck, they try to go up front, and they get it to Tucker, and Tucker buries it. We got to clean out that area in front of the net, and unfortunately, the Raiders are not the first one to put a shape on the board. We've got one for the Bruins, and the Raiders are yet to get on the board. So, it is time to regroup and get after it. I see a line change happening. We've got Bo, Brenner, and Simmons on that forward line. Looks like Cox and we had a whistle about the faceoff not being fair. Not sure what it was. Tucker got tossed in the faceoff. We just got to practice dropping the puck here, boys. We need it to hit the ice. We tossed out another Bruin on the faceoff. And Bo is calling it, and he got it. He won it back towards Klintert. Klintert's going to go clean that up, fires it up to Simmons. Simmons gets it across to Brenner, skips over Brenner's stick, goes off the boards, and almost into Patton. Puck goes into the zone deep. Nobody home to get to it. They're going to fire it across the ice, and the Raiders are trying to defend that breakout. Puck gets kicked into a bad spot, and Mr. Tucker gets his second of the day. Raiders have got to clean up the greasy area here. If you hear me exerting myself, I'm trying to tell the boys to get after it. Let's go. Raiders are down 2-0 with 5:48 left in the first. Two unfortunate goals that we need to clean up our act on. All right, Robinson drops in for the faceoff, and they tie him up. They take Nash down with no call, and the puck drops deep into the corner. Beasley sees it, puts the right tools up to get rid of that hit that was coming in, and they are battling in that corner. I tell you what, Beasley's going to put him down and kick the puck out and say, "That's mine, buddy." And we're going to have icing on that because it didn't quite get on Nash's stick. Good thinking, boys, but we got to connect on those. And speaking of connecting, a nice pass down to the heel of the skate by the other official. And here we go. Robinson gearing up for the face-off here. He traps it behind his skate. Nice job. Nash knew what was going on. Wiedemeyer gets out there and is getting hooked and held as he goes through. The Bruins try to fire it up and out. It actually goes off one of the Raiders, and it's not going to be icing, and they're coming down hard after it. Catcher makes a nice turn. With that long reach, he can definitely take down the puck. There we go. Beasley gets a hold of it, fires it out of the zone. No icing because it went off one of the Bruins. The Raiders are coming down on the forecheck, and if they're not careful, there we go. The Raiders will have, had a good opportunity there. We just couldn't capitalize on that pass. It was on the backhand of Wiedemeyer, and that's not your favorite hand to pass with. Raiders get it dropped deep and get a little bit of a line change here. At least Robinson out for Smith. And Nash is over there in the boards trying to win it out. Unfortunately, it comes out on a Bruin stick, and they're coming in with speed. He tries to go towards the net and doesn't have position. Puck gets passed across the ice, and the Bruins score. Raiders are now down 3 in the first period, and this is not looking good. We're going to have to turn on our jets and get back after it here. So we've got Smith, Hatcher, and looks like Stelino, and then we've got Beck and Backus out together. Let's go Raiders. Time to fire it up and get after it here, boys. Get that coffee or that Celsius or Red Bull, whatever it was, pumping. There we go. We get a nice shielding of the puck by the captain. And the Raiders almost stop that breakout. Ends up on a Bruin stick, and they dump it in deep. Backus is taking a look, coming around again, and does a good job of putting the brakes on. Heck of an angle and edge work there for Backus. Backus coming in. He's looking at the puck. Smart. He could have played the hit and decided wisely against it. Puck gets dumped in deep again, and Beck skates over. He sees it. The Bruins are in better position there. We just didn't quite get that going. Tries to come off to Stelino, but that's a high stick. Bruins can't play it. The Raiders do. Puck goes up and out, and he almost sprung Hatcher there. Good look, boys. Good look. Let's just connect on those now. Time to connect. All right, the Raiders are doing another line change. Line changes have been very quick today. You see in Patton, Simmons, and Brenner coming out for this one. Patton will skate in for the face-off, and the boys are communicating about what's about to happen. Looks like we've got Cox and Kleinert out there on defense. Nice job by Bo, just poking that little face-off away on that one. Bo's been excellent on the face-off. I tell you, he wins more than he loses for sure. Nice move. And the trip. Bruins just got a stick on that, and Raiders are going to go on the power play for tripping. And they're going to bring out that Robinson, Nash, and Wiedemeyer line, along with Backus, and looks like they're going to leave Bo Patton on in a defensive position to get another offensive player out there for this power play. Puck goes, Raiders tie it up low. Raiders come out of the scrum with it, and then it gets tipped away. He tries to go high and off the wall and does. Backus is there. He's going to win the race to the puck. Snow slows it down for him and says, I got you, buddy. 1:44 left in the power play. Puck goes up to Bo. Nice stick handles through the middle. Gets it set up for the power play. Well done, Bo. Bo goes back over to Wiedemeyer. Wiedemeyer looks, shot, and he grabs Robinson's stick in front of the net and throws it to the ice. Matthew gets it, goes back over to Bo. Bo launches one. Great tip in front, and the goalie somehow got a hold of that one. It's probably because he's 6'6" and can touch pretty much the boards from the net, and they are really badgering Liam down there low. Raiders make a nice scissor. He goes back to Backus. Backus makes a nice move with the puck, keeps control, fires it around the back of the net, but nobody home. The Bruins are going to clear this one long. Snow grabs it wisely, plays it over to Backus, who's making a good turn. Goes up to Wiedemeyer, but Wiedemeyer takes a step early and goes off sides. So we're going to have a face-off here in the neutral zone on this end of the ice, unfortunately. So we've got Brown, Hatcher, Smith, Beasley, and Beck out on the ice for this penalty. Let's see how we do on the power play here. Looks like Smith skating in for the face-off. And one of my old friends, Mr. Keenan, he wins it in deep. Goes across to Beck. Beck takes a look, fires it up, tries to go to Hatcher. Hatcher sees it, tries to dump it in, but goes a little too far and gets it into a Bruin. The Raiders are not doing well on this power play, but we're going to improve that right here. Breaking out with a little speed, and the puck goes off the boards, and wow, miraculously the Bruins get a stick on it, and Keenan's coming hard, and Beasley knows Keenan pretty well, so he knows what to do. Beasley comes up with speed, leaves Keenan standing there again, and Brown tips it in, but unfortunately to a bad area. 3 seconds left on the power play. We're going to lose our man advantage here. We've got 47 seconds left on the clock, and the Raiders are going to get a chance to break out with some space. Space is not a good thing to give to Bo, because Bo will make use of every square millimeter. He got picked off there, and they are coming into the zone, and that is interference, and they don't call it on the blue line, and the Raiders head back out, and we're going to have icing. Holy cow, that was clear cut, but as my good friend Dean Gartelos would say, no call, no problem. The Raiders are going to keep battling here. They're down 3 at the end of the first period here, and we're going to have to get on our horse to make a comeback. So, Bo Patton jumps in for the faceoff against Austin Tucker. There we go. Raiders pick it up. Simmons gets it nicely over to Brenner. Brenner going with speed, regathers the puck. He's going to come around the net, goes high to Bo. Bo knocks it down between 3 Bruins, and unfortunately it doesn't go where we want it to be. Nice hit by Brenner. Backus is bringing it up. He's going to gain the red line and dump it in deep and try to get a shot off on net, but that's the buzzer. End of the first period, Raiders down 3-0. I'm going to look here and see if I can catch my guy here to have a little conversation with him. Let's see. Yeah, unfortunately, one of the dads on the other team is a good friend, and he came up showing me a Tucker on his coffee mug. And unfortunately, Mr. Tucker is responsible for 2 of the 3 goals. So, yeah, I got to take the bitter pill here and give him a nudge because his kid's doing great today. The Raiders need to jump back into it, and if I can get my little buddy over here, I'm not sure if he's in position to come over here and have a chat with me. We'll see what we can do here. The Raiders are they're looking for video here. Okay. Ed is looking for the link, so a lot of the Bruins fans are looking for the link to this game. And I don't blame them at this point. All right, the Raiders are back on the ice, ready to go. And we're ready for a face-off for this important second period. We'll see how we do here. All right, we're poised and ready to go. Robinson wins the face-off back. Gets to Backus. Backus gets across the center line, drops the puck in deep. Raiders take good defensive positions there. Get the puck tipped into the boards. We get a high hit, thank you very much, and that will be another penalty on the Bruins. A high late hit, egregiously high and late. And that will be a penalty. So the Raiders are going to go on the power play again. And looks like we're going to go with the same configuration. We're going to have Backus, Robinson, Nash, Wiedemeyer, and Patton on the power play. Now, let's see here. All right, Robinson on the face-off. He ties it up. Gets it deep, but it doesn't go where he wants it. Backus is there to get the puck. Slings it around deep. Wiedemeyer gets a stick on it. Gets an interesting hit on him, and he makes a great move to get it out to Bo. Well done, Wiedemeyer. Nice no-look pass by Bo. Bo skates down to be at the back door, but the Bruins tighten up heavily in front of that net, and I think we're going to see that a lot. Nice move there by Mr. Mr. I got a hot rocket in my pocket, Backus, and he sends that one on net. That goalie is an absolute tree, and he saw that all the way, unfortunately. If we could have gotten a little bit on the screen on that one, that might have had a shot at going in the twine. Robinson in for the face-off against Keenan. Puck goes into the corner. They send it long, and the Raiders are going to have to hustle back because there's no icing for the Bruins. Bo puts the hustle on, gets to the puck, and brings the puck up ice on the breakout. Makes a nice pass up to Backus, who is wild and free. He dumps it in low for Nash. Nash gets on the puck, gets tripped, and no call. Wow. That was pretty clearly a trip, and whistles in the pocket. Puck gets cleared deep. Backus is going to go around for it. Snow wisely plays it up and out, but it ends up on the wrong stick and then the right stick. Nash picks it up. He's coming through the middle of the zone, dumps it in deep wisely, and unfortunately the Bruins get it out of the zone again. So Henry plays the puck up to Patton. Patton makes a move, was over pursued there and sees the right thing to do. Oh, that pass almost got through. Smith was coming with some heat, and that got to the right place at the wrong time. And Wiedemeyer is going to stick handle around the net and see Bo gets the stretch pass out to Bo. Bo gives it a tap. He shielded the puck, but it apparently didn't get a stick on it according to the officials. So that will be icing. Trying to get a little bit of signal here in the technological black hole of the green rink here at IceCap. All right, the Raiders are in for a face-off in their own zone with 13 seconds left on the power play. Goes across to Celino. Celino is badgered by Tucker. Tucker takes a little business there for that one. Mr. Beck nicely fighting on the walls, but that's going to kill the penalty off. And the Bruins are back at full strength. Almost at full strength. Nice grab by Celino there because that was in trouble. Nice stick handle around, shoots right into the big boy, and he handles that one. Nice move there by Celino. Starting to see a little sizzle out of my guy there. Way to go, Alex. All right, face-off, Smith, Celino, and Hatcher with Beck and Beasley on the back end. Puck comes out to Beasley, taps it down to Celino. Celino goes around the boards deep with it. Hatcher going, didn't quite get there. Beck gets a hold of it, he dumps it back, but unfortunately to a Bruin. Beasley gets a stick on it and gets it ahead to Hatcher. Hatcher gets it up the ice into the zone. He goes behind the net with a crazy bounce back to Hatcher. Hatcher gets it, tips it. Oh, Celino with a monster shot, but it didn't go where he wanted it to go, which was in the net. They tap the puck out, but it goes gently to Beasley. Goes around the back of the net, and puck comes up and across. Beasley should win this one. He does in proxy by not allowing the Bruin to get to it. Gets a hold of it, gets it up to Brenner. Brenner coming with speed, makes a move around. He throws his stick, which is illegal. And sure enough, he's going to use a soccer play here to get it to his other player. Bo gets a hold of it on the boards, gets it over to Beasley. Beasley fires it in the middle. Puck doesn't go where we wanted it to go on that one. And Beck tried to reach for it, but doesn't get a hold of it. And nicely saved by Henry Snow. Snow gets a hold of it they get it out of the zone, but Brenner, sadly, with his head down, couldn't quite reach it. He took the look, didn't quite get to it. Next season, he'll be an inch taller, and he'll get to that one. Raiders are in there playing well, still fighting. We are down 3 in the second period with 13 minutes and some change left. Another one of the parents comes over and pushes the magic button for the heaters so that we can get the heat back on, and the official skates over to have a conversation with the boys about their positioning. To me, this is the silliest move in hockey because immediately after he turned around, they moved right back. So he's going to have another conversation with them about it. Drops the puck. Puck goes over to the wall, won by Bo. Puck comes out, and Bo gets a hold of it. Bo with speed, coming against 3 defenders, and that is interference, and they keep letting that go. The puck goes to Patton again. Patton dodges the hit, still contains the puck, and goes out to Cox. Cox takes a look, drops it deep. The Raiders regroup. Patton goes out for Robinson. That puck got played, unfortunately, a little bit the wrong way and goes back to the Raiders. Now, the goalie gets a stick on it, and the Raiders are coming hard on the forecheck. Way to go, Brenner. He makes a turn, but he doesn't know Nash is coming. Nash gets a hold of it, pops it up the boards, and they're battling over there for the puck. Goes up top to Klinert. Klinert gets it. It hits a couple of Bruins in front, and they have to regroup to get a hold of it. Cox gets a hold of it. He's getting the business. The Raiders dump it in deep. Robinson chasing. And again, they cut him off for interference, but they don't get the call. What do we got to do? No call, no problem. The Raiders are going to keep skating. Puck goes off the boards, and no icing on this. Nash coming with some heat. Finishes his check, and the puck goes back to Nash in the corner. Nash has Wiedemeyer out front, can't get it to him. Wiedemeyer makes a nice move, gets it up to Backus. Backus gets a hold of it, goes back to Wiedemeyer. Looks like the power play, not quite. I'm sorry, that was Nash going to Wiedemeyer. Puck goes around deep, just past Robinson, misses that one. And they get it out. Goes to Backus. Backus sees his partner across the ice, Mr. Ketcher. Ketcher fires it in the deep. And the goalie comes out to play it. And he gets an elbow for his trouble back there, Mr. Wiedemeyer does. And they're playing soccer, but unfortunately it's hockey. We get a move, and Snow with another sturdy save. Backus is over. Robinson comes over for the helper and gets a nice hit. Nice hit. He still dusted himself up, and he sees Liam coming again. And he turns around and cross-checks him and doesn't even get a little love for it. Raiders go against the boards again. Raiders are battling back there. He turns around, tries to get the shot, but Snow is there and ready for it. Puck comes up the wall. Raiders get a stick on it, goes back to Backus. Backus is kind of stuck, so he has no choice but to fire it down to clear the play. Well done, Mr. Backus. The face-off, unfortunately, will come back down to our end. The Raiders are starting to catch their stride. They just got to figure out this tree of a goalie. All right. Thanks again to the Ambrosios and the Pattons for taking care of the broadcast today. Just saw Millicent. And if you're listening in sunny, I think, Mexico, I did not get a chance to interview my friend during the break, Mr. Pasalia. Brown gets through. He's going around. He's taking a skate. He's getting slashed like crazy, and they're just letting it go. Brown turns, ends up on the stick of Hatcher. They fire it across. Beasley gets a hold of it, fires it past Emmons into the zone. Smith sees it, gets there, puts enough pressure on so that Hatcher gets a hold of it, almost had a nice shot. And Hatcher in the front almost had a tip on that. I'm not sure it would have gone, but they're looking for plays in front of that goalie to change the direction of the puck, which is going to be one of the few ways to get past this absolute monster. All right, it looks like we've got Patton, Brenner, Klinert, Backus and Simmons out there. Simmons making his way over to the face-off circle to get in position. Patton wins it across, and Simmons gets there to pester. Puck is coming up the boards, and Clennert gets there but doesn't get the puck. Puck goes back across, and it's offsides by a country mile. A little late whistle there. And I think that may have saved a life. Bo Patton was going for that hit. Let's go. We've got the face-off, and the big man versus the little. David versus Goliath here. Goliath wins. Puck goes back to Clennert. Clennert goes around to Backus off his skate somehow. And Brenner gets the puck up to Simmons. Simmons looks, doesn't even take a look. Offsides. Bo got trapped against the boards and was held offsides, was trying to get back. They're letting him play for dang sure here. All right. Official goes towards the face-off circle. David versus Goliath again. Puck goes down. David wins this one. So puck goes back, and the Raiders try to tip that out. Snow with another great save. Puck goes up and around the boards. If I had to guess, I think we're being outshot about 25-1. And the Raiders are going to need to get some more shots on that goalie down there to overcome this goal differential. Hits are happening. Raiders are playing, and Snow makes yet another gorgeous save. I got to tell you, Henry has stood strong during this entire tournament. So we're going to have Robinson, Nash, Thelino, Beasley, and Cox on the ice after that line change. Robinson sizes up his opponent and wins the puck across to Beasley. They get it off the boards. Nash is going with speed, but we're going to get icing. Nearly got there. If he would have known a second earlier, he would have caught that one. Fires it down right to the official, and we're going to get a face-off in the Raiders' zone. Raiders are going to have to get one on the board here. We're going to have to come back one at a time and just keep working hard. Robinson beats Tucker on the face-off, and Cox goes around the boards. Wiedemeyer gives him a hit. Nash gives him a bump. And Beasley gets an odd tap on the board, and puck ends up on the wall. They're fighting for it. Ooh, Beasley went in high with a hit and didn't quite connect. Puck goes out, high bouncer. Snow is forced to play it. They go around the boards to the backside. Beasley is right there, and so is Robinson. He gets it up around the boards towards Weeds. Weeds takes a look, flips it back around the boards to Beasley. Beasley gets a hold of it. Oh, just bumbled, and Nash didn't quite get a hold of it. Fires it out. Icing should have been waved off, but of course they don't. So we're going to get a wholesale line change here. It looks like, geez, it's Ketcher. I can tell him when he comes over the boards. Ketcher, Beck, Stelino, Brown, and Smith. Smith gets in for the face-off, giving some instructions back to his boys. Wins it across, and the Bruins unfortunately get a hold of it and dump it deep. Ketcher comes around with a nice hit and gets it into a good area. Snow makes another save, and Ketcher takes it and fires it up the boards. Beck heading towards it, gets a hold of it, gets it up to Brown. Brown tries to flip it up the boards, but the Bruins put a skate on the board and slow it down. Back to Ketcher. Ketcher takes a look, gets it off the boards, but unfortunately stopped at the blue line. Puck goes in and deep, doesn't bother Snow, but he makes sure it doesn't go anywhere. Beck gets a hold of it, goes off the wall to Smith. Smith makes a nice pass across to Brown. Brown gets his pocket picked because he went to play the puck, and the Bruin player played the man. They're just letting these cross checks go like crazy, and the Raiders break out. They got 3-on-1 if they hurry. All right, 3-on-2. Shot. Puck goes high. Brown gets a nice hit in the corner. Stelino gets one in the chops. Brown goes around to get it, doesn't quite get there in time. Stellino gets there, puts a little body on it, allows Smith to get to the puck. Puck gets to Smith. Klinert gets back in position nicely, and Brown gets a hold of the puck, and he gets hooked, and they don't call it. Another shot off that goalie. We got to get more of those on net, and we're going to have icing. Raiders are going to get a line change. They're going to go into the Bruins zone for the faceoff. 6:10 left in the second period. Raiders are still down 3-0. It's time for the Raiders to get on their horse and get after it. Bo Patton heard me. He's talking to Simmons. They're going to figure something out. Brenner's in the middle, surrounded by Bruins. Bo wins it directly to Simmons. I think that was a good conversation. Klinert off balance, puts a stick on it, and Bo makes a nice move to keep it where we want it, which is in the Bruins zone. Backus fires it around the back. Oh, Patton's coming in high, and he's going to get a penalty for that one. The Raiders get a penalty, but the puck didn't get touched by them, or by us. So, I guess we did touch it. Sorry. We touched it, and they got the whistle. So, Bo's headed for the box. Robinson, Nash, Beasley, and Beck are out on the PK. Robinson's going to skate in for the faceoff. He's talking to Nash and Beasley and Beck about what he's going to do with it. Let's see if we can get a win, and Robinson wins it back. Well done. The Bruins bring it up and out, and they try to get the backhand. Snow is there for the stop. Beasley gets a hit in the corner, or in the back of the net, I should say. Beck just badgering him. The big man tries to make a move around him, doesn't get what he wants, and has to dump it out high. Beasley gets in front of him, shows him what he's going to do, knocks it down. We get a hit there from Beasley. Raiders in good position. They're finishing their checks. Pucks are coming up the boards. They go across with it. Robinson in front there. He tries to sneak a pass through. Pass gets through, but Snow's there for another good stop by Snow. Robinson, Nash, they're both there. Robinson wins the foot race. Gets the puck around and deep. Unfortunately, couldn't connect with Nash. Nash is coming across on the forecheck, leaves a pass back and doesn't quite get in clean, but the puck comes across hard, and Robinson with the forecheck. Nice job. Raiders are battling hard to try to get this in the right place, which is out of the zone. Nash hears me loud and clear and dumps it down the ice. 45 seconds left on the power play for the Bruins. The penalty kill is working well. Hatcher is up after it. Wiedemeyer gets a stick on it, couldn't quite control it. They scissor, and the Raiders are there to cover it. Well done. Good job on staying in form and in shape here. And Beasley cleaning out the crease for Mr. Snow. Puck goes high off the boards and almost off the official. Gets a tap on it. Raiders got 2-on-0. Wiedemeyer's coming with speed. Hatcher, Hatcher misses the net. They had a 2-on-0 and did not capitalize. That's going to come back to haunt us, I'm sure. The Raiders are trying to get that forecheck going. Backus is battling over there, and the Raiders clear the middle of the ice so nobody's home when that pass comes across. Bo comes out of the net, or out of the box. He's all by him, little lonesome. And he misses. Two solid opportunities the Raiders can't capitalize. The Raiders try to get the puck moving. They do. They get a hold of it after Creek gets a stick on it. He hits it with a hand outside of the zone, and that was a hand pass, but they didn't call it. The Raiders are in the zone. Bo gets one and gets some business from Keenan. Keenan takes a look. The Raiders get it behind, try to get it out front to Bo. Brenner battling, trying to win the puck. They get enough of it to get out, and unfortunately that's going to go right to to Snow. And we don't get the icing. Here comes Backus with speed, and this kid can go. Fires a missile off the goalie, and I thought that was going in. Holy cow, that was a dangerous play. That was a good idea by Backus to fire the missile, and it almost paid off. It nearly dropped in behind him into the net. Just missed. 3 solid chances for the Raiders here, and we've got to start connecting. Had to wet my whistle there. Furious action going on here. We get a change. Simmons skates off. Stalino comes in. Smith, Brown, Backus, and Beck. I'm sorry, Cox and Beck on the ice. Puck goes over the boards for another face-off. The Raiders are needing a goal here in the second, so they don't have as big of a hill to climb in the third. Smith is ready for the face-off, and we win it, lose it, win it, win it, lose it, win it. Smith loses it there, and Stalino gets a hold of it. Nice hit up in the air by Stalino. He gets hacked for his pleasure. And I think they're actually going to call a hand pass. I think the coach must have paused the game and gone back a few minutes and called a hand pass. He missed this one. That was all twig. All right, we're outside of their zone. Smith is squaring up for the face-off. Let's get there, Smith. Wins it back nicely to Beck. Beck takes a look, surveys, tries to get it deep, gets it deep enough to where the Bruins have to play it around the net to try to get it clear. Stalino is so fast and nicely stays in. Stalino gets bodied off the puck, and they've got it pinned against the boards. The Raiders have it, are battling. Smith ends up with it, comes out, and that's one of the Keenans. Flips it up, and just past Beck. Cox takes a look, surveys, makes the right play, gets it out of trouble. Puck comes across the middle, one of the Keenan boys on that, and he doesn't get bumped, but the Raiders are able to make him go wide around. He tries to go high with it, gets put on his keister there by Mr. Stalino. Nice work with the physical play there, Alex. Puck comes up high, they go across the ice. And the puck goes high, Snow gets a hold of it, and they chop it out of danger. Well done. Way to sacrifice yourself to take care of business. Snow gets a hold of it, taps it wide to his buddy, Mr. Cox. Puck goes wide and around. This is going to go right, unfortunately, back to the Bruins. Puck goes in deep. The Raiders get a stick on it. They're making sure that play gets taken care of. And here goes Stalino. I tell you, this kid can move. And he moves right past the defender, leaves him standing, gets tripped, and no call, no problem. Raiders are going to come back after it. Bruins get it out of the zone. Beasley with the big body slows it down just the right amount, and Nash almost got that one picked off. Beasley tries to fire it across to Nash, and it gets dumped in deep. Beasley gets there. He doesn't get the play the way he wanted to. Robinson puts a check on it, and Snow dives out to stop it with 38.8 left. We're going to get a break and probably an ice make here after this one. We'll see what we do. We got 38.8 seconds left on the clock. Raiders are down 3-0. Love to see the boys get down the ice and get one here before the buzzer. Robinson tied it up, but the Bruins got into it, and we have another whistle. Net seems to be on. I'm not sure what that whistle was for, but we'll take it. 32.8 on the clock. Robinson wins it back, and it goes to Ketcher via Snow. Ketcher tries to get it up the boards, doesn't. Robinson gets in there. They're battling for it. Some sticks are going and some, oh, geez, a full falling slash, and they don't call it. Ketcher gets it, fires it up and out, and Wiedemeyer with the physical play makes sure the Raiders get back in control of the puck. They've got 10 seconds. Zegan goes high off the boards trying to catch Wiedemeyer. The Raiders, they get a hold of it on the wall, and we get a buzzer. Raiders are banging, but they just can't solve that monster of a goalie. And I'm going to see if I can get my buddy up here to have a conversation here. Let me see what we get. Okay, we're going to get a break here in the action. We're going to go for an ice make and a break. So the Raiders have got to get goals on the board. They gave up 3 early ones, and we've got some work to do here. Raiders are getting a warm welcome back to their locker room, and I think we're going to take a short pause here. Matt, if you're listening, please let your boy know to come see me. Want to have a quick conversation with that guy. So, want to let you all know about the growth and development of this team. The Raiders had an auspicious start in the CPHL season, but have done nothing but grow and develop and get better and better after every single game. We have fought our way from being in the middle or back of the pack in CPHL to being in the very elite four in this JV finals tournament. This tournament was quickly put together by the folks over here at Highland Hills. Shout out to Brian for doing an excellent job of getting this whole thing arranged, set up, get the right teams in the right divisions, and he's done an excellent job of making sure this tournament has been very good. Now, I have a friend, I think, coming towards me here, climbing his way towards me on the stairs is my good buddy, otherwise known as the Sandman, Andrew Pasalia. There we go, buddy. You're mic'd up and live on the broadcast. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great.
Yeah, you holding up after yesterday's late hit on you?
Yeah.
Yeah, feeling a little better?
Yeah, a lot better.
Good.
A little
good.
nauseous yesterday, headache.
Yeah.
Yeah, but doing great now.
Good. All the symptoms of a unfortunate hit.
Yeah.
Mom and Dad are not here, but I know they're glad to hear your voice.
Mm-hmm.
So let me hear your voice some more. Tell me about what the boys are talking about on the bench right now. What are they saying?
I don't really know. I wasn't really over there, but I feel like what could probably be going through their mind right now is just we need a little energy boost, you know?
Yeah.
Start of the next period, somebody go lay a body, make a great play, great back check, great forecheck. A goal would even be huge. Get the boys going.
Yeah.
We're still in this.
You are on the exact same page. I could tell. You've done a great job this season. You've grown and developed with every game. Can you tell me what clicked between the CPHL and the Chassis season, in your opinion?
Oh, that one's tough. I just got to say, really just my mindset.
Yeah.
Honestly, yeah.
That's good.
Beginning of the season, I thought I was pretty worthless to this team. And coming into this year, I didn't have the greatest year at Littleton last year.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, I had my head down all the time. Didn't really think of myself as a great player, but, you know, I had a couple good games in CPHL season that kind of just turned my mind around, and I was like, wow, I can really do something for this team. So
I can vouch for that, Mr. Pasalia. You have been a great inspiration to a lot of the players on the team, whether you know it or not. They talk about you and how gritty you are and how tough you are. You earned the nickname from me of the Sandman because there's nothing worse than going to the beach and getting sand in your shorts. It's not comfortable, and you do not let the other team get comfortable. You've drawn a large number of penalties, which have helped the team, which have turned into goals. Your play gets better and better every game because you're starting to hear what the coaches are telling you and realize what you said earlier. You are an important part of the team, and you are contributing well, and you're having a great season.
Appreciate that.
What's the difference between your last season of hockey and this one? What's the biggest difference?
Oh, pace of play.
Yeah.
Guarantee it. Yep. Pace of play.
Yep.
Such a big step up.
That was exactly what I was thinking you were going to say. The speed of play is it's exponentially faster.
Yeah.
And it's hard to adjust to as a freshman, but you've done an excellent job earning your spot on the ice and sticking to it while you earned your space on the ice and your time. Tell me what you think. Do the Raiders have it in them to make a comeback here?
Of course we do.
Oh, yeah. That's what I like to hear. I want to make sure the boys are positive and ready to go for this third period.
Yeah.
If you were going to go down there and take the place of one of our illustrious coaches and fire the boys up, what would you say?
Another tough question coming from you, Mr. Robinson.
Hey, I'm dishing them out here, Pasalia. You can handle it.
Dude, I mean, kind of what I said to start this conversation. I mean, just tell them we got to go out there. We got to have a guy that's going to make a big play and get the boys going. You know, we need the energy high. And, you know, Creek, they're up 3-0, and this happens all the time at intermissions with NHL level teams as well. Coming from a break, they lose all their momentum.
Yep.
And we can get it right back.
Yes.
Right back.
One goal at a time, right?
Oh, yeah, that's all we need.
Yeah, I tell you what, Mr. Pasalia, you've got a future in broadcasting, my man. You've watched enough hockey to know what all the right answers are, and you've played enough to be a valuable member of our team. So
I learned from the best. My dad out there in Florida, shout out.
Hey, yeah. There he is, Matt.
Been broadcasting for years now with teams that I've been on.
There you go. There you go. You've definitely stepped in and done well. Again, let me ask you the toughest question of them all.
All right, let's hear it.
Going into school at Regis, you become a very challenged student athlete, academically challenged, making the jump from 14U to pretty much 18U hockey right off the bat.
Yep.
What's been the toughest part of that transition as far as school goes?
Oh, probably just keeping up with work.
Yeah.
Like currently I have to write 3 essays when I get home tonight. And yeah, so that's probably all. Just keeping up with all my work.
That is an honest answer, and I appreciate it. I appreciate it because I tell you what, the one thing about being a student athlete at Regis is that the academic standard is very high. They do not let you slack off because you're an excellent hockey player. No matter how good you are, you still have to put in the work. And the importance of being a student athlete is that you recognize that the student part comes first, and you take care of your academics to get on to the next level. I'm proud of you for doing both, being a good student and being a good athlete, so you've got to keep that going for me.
Thank you.
Mom and Dad are down there soaking up the sun. If it wasn't for this tournament, I have a feeling you'd be down there on the beach working on a tan right now.
Yeah, I'd be down there. Yeah.
Well, I tell you what, Andrew, I really appreciate you coming over and having a chat with me. The Zamboni is going to wrap up here shortly. I want you to give us a hearty go Raiders, and I'll let you get back to being a student athlete and going down there and learning what they're talking about in the locker room and be a participant. So can I get a good go Raiders out of you?
Yeah, you can. Let's go Raiders!
All right, Andrew.
Yo.
Great talking to you, buddy.
Robinson.
Absolutely. It was great to have you. Go enjoy the locker room with the boys.
I will.
Get them fired up.
Go get them pumped.
When they come out of the locker room and head for the bench, let them know. One goal at a time. That's all they can do, right?
Yep.
All right, let's make it happen. Go Raiders.
Go Raiders. Let's
go.
All
right. Thanks, buddy.
Yep.
Awesome. It was good time talking to my buddy here, Mr. Pasalia. Mom and Dad were obviously concerned, and he seems no worse for wear. He's his chipper, intelligent self, so glad that came out well. He immediately headed over. He immediately goes over, and he goes down to fire the boys up, and they are responding right now. They are ready to go. He's amping them up over there, and he's an excellent kid. I got to tell you, of all the teams that we have played on over the years and all the learn to skates and all that stuff, I am truly just blown away by how this group of young men have handled adversity, handled the growth curve that you heard Andrew speak about, the change in speed, size, and strength of the kids they're playing against, and handled it with class and done an excellent job of playing solid Raider hockey. I think the coaches would agree that there's been a great deal of progress between the years, I should say the beginning and end of the season. And I think we've got high hopes for the next couple of years with this group. The Raiders are taking the ice, and you hear the applause. All right. Raiders are coming out here. They look like they have got themselves in the right mindset. They're making all the moves. They're making the wiggles and the turns. Robinson closes the door. He's headed over the bench, testing his edges out. They're going to get one more bit of solid advice from their coaching staff, and they're going to make it happen. You can see the boys divided up a little bit, and all the coaches are speaking to them, and they're getting after it. They are definitely ready for this third period, and I hope to see really big things from the Raiders here. We're going to need a comeback here if we're going to move on. But being one of the top 4 teams in the state at the end of the season is definitely a good thing. Robinson wins the faceoff to Wiedemeyer. Goes off a skate, and the Bruins fire it deep on Snow. Snow handles that one with ease, and it goes around the boards. Raiders tie up. Robinson gets there with a skate, hits it to the wall. Backus gets it, fires it around the wall, going for Nash. Nash couldn't quite win that battle, but Beck is there to support, gets it over to Nash. Nash gets it to Weeds. Weeds makes a good move, good stride, gets poke checked. Nash tries to get the hit on, but doesn't quite get there in time. Backus collects the puck, makes a great turn, slides it out. That goes off the boards. Weeds gets there, goes off a helmet into the zone, and Nash is going to go collect. Collects a hit, gets it to Robinson. Robinson goes right back to Nash. Nash goes up to Beck. Beck goes back to Nash. Nash uses Beck as a screen, goes across to Beasley. Beasley fires a worm burner at the pads, which is, I think, one of the instructions they got during the break. If we're going to get a goal, we're going to have to figure this goalie out, and the way to do it might be just keep it low, go off the pads, and be there for the rebound. So the boys are fighting well. Bo goes up for the face-off. Simmons skates in. Bo wins it clean and goes and gets his own puck. Puck goes back around. He's still got a hold of it. Bo's a big, strong boy, I tell you what. Puck goes around the back of the net. Nice hit by Brenner. Puck comes up the boards. Raiders are closing on it. Simmons closes in. Brenner gets a stick on it. Oh, doesn't quite go through the way they wanted to. Bo gets a stick lift. Gets it over to Simmons. Simmons goes through untouched. Simmons fires one off a stick and over the net. Goes back behind on the boards. Raiders finishing their check well. Beasley in there battling. Puck is still in the zone. Puck bounces out. Bo gets a hold of it. Goes back to his defenseman, who fires it in deep. Bo's going for a change, as well as Brenner. These boys have got to be gassed. They played a lot of tough hockey this week. Beasley comes over for the defense. He tries to dump it in and wisely makes the turn and goes for the change. Beasley was lining him up in his crosshairs to get him. Oh, that stretch pass almost worked. And that one goes, and he interferes with him as he tries to go down and get it. Misses the hit, but gets back up. Smith is going after the puck. It's behind the net. Bruins have it. They're going to try to get that stress pass out. They come straight up the ice with a hit on Stellino. No worse for wear. Gets another tap, and they just keep going with the hard hits and the fast play. Tucker on the ice, dangerous man. 2 of the 3 goals are his, but he ices the puck. All right, Raiders are going to come down, get a wholesale line change. I tell you, these lines are getting a workout. They've played 3 games in the last 48 hours and are definitely, everybody's legs are a little short of what they could be. Ooh, little 38-7 there. Oh, off the boards. Wiedemeyer with a nice shot, doesn't connect though. Goes across, tries to get Robinson. Oh, Robinson and Nash were trying to connect like they did yesterday for a goal. Puck comes through, it's a Keenan. Shot saved by Snow. Knocks his own player down, goes to Robinson. Robinson to Nash. Nash looks across, tries to give it back to Robinson. They don't get it out. They leave the puck in a bad place, but come back and collect it. Puck goes across. They were looking for Tucker. He had space. Backus hits it, flips it up to the blue line. Raiders a little overloaded on this side. We keep playing the ping pong game here. Puck goes around the boards. Weeds lets Robinson go down and pick it up. Goes behind the net and pops out. Wiedemeyer gets it. He tries to go back to Klinert. Klinert gets tied up in the boards in the corner. Wiedemeyer gets moved off. The Bruins come back out with the puck to the top. Puck goes around the back of the net. Backus is there to play it, and luckily gets a hold of that one. Nash sees it. Robinson clears, but that's going to be a little much sauce on that one. Too much mustard on that. We're going to get a face-off in the Raiders' defensive zone. We got 13:03 left to get those 3 goals and get this back to even. All right, looks like Bo Patton's skating in for the face-off. Hope your grandparents are enjoying the game, Bo. Thanks for the sponsorship. Simmons gets it out, and it goes, to Brenner. Brenner gives him a little love tap for his trouble. We knock it down in the neutral zone, goes back to the Raiders. 2 guys just battling, and the puck doesn't go where we want it to. Simmons gets a hold of it. He's on the boards, gets it to the right place. Patton doesn't quite connect with the pass, but fires it in deep, which you hear every NHL player say, we got to get pucks deep. Puck comes up the boards. Bo's fighting with it. Beck comes in for the assist, gets a hold of Bo. Bo gets the stick on the puck, gets slashed, still gets it over to Beck. They cycle. Puck goes deep again. Bo's after it again. Goes around the boards. Brenner's there. He's going to get pushed off the puck, and Simmons goes in and ties it up. And they're just giving Simmons the business and no call. And that's a penalty. That's got to be a penalty. Goodness gracious, the whistle was blown. Wow, here we go again. If you blow the whistle and he hits somebody, that's a penalty, guys. 101. All right, well, we're going for the face-off. Raiders could sure use a power play here, but it doesn't look like they're going to get it. Face-off is going to be in the Bruins zone with Stelino, Smith, and Hatcher. And then we've got Beasley and Cox behind them. Nice tip, trying to get it on net. Smith is playing the puck in the corner, battling for it. Stelino gets it. I'm sorry, that's Hatcher. Cox gets a hold of it, goes across to his line partner. Beasley gets it up the boards and not quite getting a touch on it. Beasley takes responsibility for it, and Stelino says, it's all good, buddy. Let's just keep rocking. 11:43 left in the third period. Time is not on our side, but the Raiders need to make the best of every stick handle, every play, every pass. All right, Smith has the puck. Raiders win the face-off. Goes up to the captain. Captain gets it out of the zone nicely, but the Bruins dump it in deep. I have a feeling this is going to be what the third period is going to look like. The Raiders are going to, the Bruins are just going to get pucks deep. Another save by Snow, and Beasley cleans up the mess next to him. Well done, Beasley. And a late hit from Kim, and they just let it go. They're John for sure. They are John out there. Beasley coming off the ice. Robinson in for the face-off. Cox is coming off for Klinert. Let's see, we got Wiedemeyer out here wide. Nash is there. I think that's Backus on the other end. Face-off gets one. Nash gets a hold of it. He's dangerous in neutral ice. Slashing him, tripping him, and the Raiders are going to get a power play out of that one. Way to draw the penalty with the speed there, Mr. Nash. It's exactly what we were talking about the Raiders needing here. I have a feeling, and I'm right, Klinert's going to go off for Patton. So we've got Patton, Nash, Robinson, Backus, and Patton. So they're out there ready for this one. Let's see if we can capitalize on it. Getting that extra forward out there is a key element. So let's see what we get here. Robinson in for the face-off. He's going to wait. The puck comes down. He wins it back to Backus. Nice job. Goes it over to Backus. Backus is surveying, looking for the pass. He makes a nice move, gets some space, goes to Weeds. Weeds tries to go across to Patton, and they get a stick on it and drop it deep. Patton's going to go back to recover the puck. He does. And Robinson and Backus are there. He goes over to Robinson with it. Robinson flips it up, tries to get across to Bo. Bo somehow manages to get a hold of it. Raiders are coming in 3-on-2 on this one, but they lose control, and the puck is going to, again, go down deep. Snow gets it, tries to fire it across to Robinson. Does not go where he wants it to go. Robinson takes a little grief for that one. Weeds comes up quick. He dumps the puck in, but doesn't. Ooh, luckily didn't get called for offsides there. Nice move by Mr. Magic here. Matthew Backus, also a strong candidate for MVP this week. He's done an excellent job in spite of injury, playing hard and definitely playing the role of not only the enforcer, but the goal scorer. He's doing a great, right in front. Weeds can't get it down. We had a wobble on that puck. Backus extends, gets a hold of it, gets it over to Nash. Nash gets pushed off the puck, but regains it. They're behind the net, and he is just battling like crazy. The Raiders are trying to keep control of this. Feet! That goes to Tucker, and that's not a good situation. Tucker shoots and does not score. Mr. Snow stands big. 20 seconds left in the power play. The Raiders don't get a whistle on that, and they continue to move the puck. Goes off. Beck gets a hold of it. Had gone off of, and we get no icing, thank goodness. Goes off one of the Bruins players, and the Bruins are going to come out even here, and they are all even. Raiders don't capitalize on that power play. An opportunity lost here, but they are behind the net, sorting it out so they can get a clean breakout. Stelino fires it out, tried to get it to Hatcher, didn't have enough sauce on it. Brown got to him but didn't take care of it, and the Bruins go off the crossbar. Thank you for the iron. Don't mind the iron in our diet on that one. All right, Beasley gets a hold of it, turns into trouble, didn't see it coming. Fires it around the boards, nobody home. They go hard off the board, nearly take out the official. He's laughing it off, but had that one connected, it would have hurt. Hatcher with the wheels gets down there. Brown gets a hold of it. They try to check him off the puck and do. Hatcher gets there, and it goes out to Beasley. Beasley looks, goes cross ice looking for Brown, does not get it where he wants it to go. Clennert gets a hold of it, goes across to Beasley. Beasley takes a look, gets it to Brown. Brown tried to get it to Hatcher to spring him there, and the Bruins are going to go deep with it. Snow slows it down for Beasley. Beasley makes a nice turn and a reverse check. Beauty of a reverse check there. Comes off the boards the right way, gets the stretch pass out too far for Hatcher. Boy, the Raiders have got the right ideas. They just got to finish the execution here. We've got only 7:49 left. It's an uphill battle here. Raiders are down 3-0. Face-off in our zone with Bo Patton. Bo wins it back to Cox. Cox fires it up the boards, doesn't quite get out. Goes back to Cox. Cox takes a hit for that. And the Bruins try to go high with it, and Snow plays it out into the corner wisely. Had they connected with that one, there was another man waiting for that one. Ooh, that was a tough hit. I'm going to say I'm happy that there were whistles in their pockets on that. Broken stick. It looks like Backus. He's going to get to the boards, and they're holding Cox's stick down there. And the Raiders catch the puck at center ice. He takes him down from behind. Goodness gracious. Henry's durable, though. I tell you what, Simmons is a great player. Love this kid. He's full of grit. Puck comes out high. Nice move by Brenner. Tries to stick handle through. Gets another shot in the back. My goodness, guys, you got to get control of that nonsense. Well, the Raiders are going to be in the offensive zone for the faceoff. They've got Ketcher and Beck behind Robinson, Wiedemeyer, and Nash. Robinson skates in for the faceoff. Wins it back to Beck. Beck gets a hold of it, fires it low, and Robinson was right there. I think that was the conversation in the locker room. The Raiders come away with it. Robinson has it. He looks. He serves to Wiedemeyer. Wiedemeyer can't get a hold of it. Beck gets a squeaker off, but it goes back around towards Robinson. He can't win that race, but the puck comes out of the zone to Beck. Beck takes a look, fires it around deep, and the Bruins unfortunately collect. That gets a tip. Robinson tried to collect that one. That's where he makes his money. I tell you what, he'll get a tip on it and get control and get moving. But the Raiders, nice read. Nice read by Nash. Nash goes to Wiedemeyer. Wiedemeyer tries to get the shot off and doesn't. Nash comes across, takes the puck with him. Way to go there, Nash. And the puck gets dumped in deep. The Raiders are 5 minutes and change left. They go around the net, and they don't put it where we want it to go. Snow with the save. The rebound comes out. Beck fights away from the puck, and catcher gets it, and he's rolling up. He's looking for an outlet, and he gets it. Again, too much mustard, boys. Those passes off the boards have got to have just the right touch if they're going to connect. And with all the fatigue and bumps and bruises these boys have, they're just not connecting those long stretch passes. They're doing all the right things. They've got all the right thoughts, but they just got to connect. And that's been the problem. Puck gets dropped. They don't win the face-off. Puck goes high into the corner. Tucker gets a hold of it, drops it. Clennert makes a nice hit to get the puck and wins it off the boards towards Smith. Tucker down there scored 2 of the goals for Creek, and he's a dangerous boy to have in front of the net. I tell you what, great kid. Puck goes around the back of the net with Smith. Smith going with some speed, getting bothered. Just tell you, the Bruins are just all over us today, and they're making turns in the corner, wasting clock and trying to make room. Hatcher gets a hold of it. He's breaking out. He's got Stelino with him. Flips it up high. Stelino with speed beats everybody to the puck. Unfortunately, Hatcher went in for the hit, and the puck squirted free. The Bruins are coming back. We are 2-on-2 here, and we have offsides. 45 didn't see the stick handle, and you guys are just letting them tap us after the whistle without any repercussions. Not a fan of it. Puck comes out there, holding whistles for sure. Patton, Brenner, looks like Simmons over there, Cox and Backus with a new twig. Puck goes up. Cox tried to break it through, didn't get it. And the Bruins are coming in 2-on-2. Kim tries to make a move, gets a check for his. Oh, come on. That was an overhand from behind him and hits Backus in the head. They are just bugging Backus like crazy. This is actually the team that he took the hit against that injured him last week. Bo with a nice knockdown there. And the Raiders are battling for the puck, but they're not coming up with it. Simmons moves to his position, but the puck gets trapped by my man. Oh, you got to be kidding me. You're going to call that one. You're really going to call that one. Where's the whistle all the rest of the time? Well, here we go again. The Raiders are going to be on the penalty kill with only 3:58 left. This is not the position we want to be in. However, the Raiders did score 2 shorthanded goals last night. So they know how to do it. We just got to make it happen, and that's been the problem all night long. I should say all day long. Robinson goes in the face-off. He knows what he's up against. Let's see what he can do here. Goes down. Robinson wins it across to Ketcher. Gets knocked down for his pleasure. And Nash is going to make a run at this one. Wisely. Oh, I mean, one more stride and he gets there. Beck gets a hold of it, makes the turn, goes around, tries to connect with Robinson. Doesn't get it there. Puck goes up high. Ketcher comes around. Player is moving, but with that reach, I tell you what, you're never out of the reach of Ketcher. Puck goes across the ice. We're losing time, so the Raiders have got to get a hold of the puck here. Robinson surveying. Nash taking a look. He goes to handle the backside, and 2 strong misses. Robinson with the beast of a hit. Beck with a beast of a hit. And Ketcher takes the bad end of that one. Nash tries to slap it around and does get it out and clear. Raiders are going to go for a change on the forward line. We've got Wiedemeyer and it looks like Stelino out there on the kill. They're going to use Stelino for that speed and that opportunity to try to get a shorty here. That's going to be necessary if we're going to get back in it. Stick broke. Player knocked off the puck. Snow handles and answers the bell again. Great job, Henry Snow, keeping us in this one. I tell you what, like I said, I have two players that I think really have stood out in this tournament, and it's Henry Snow and Matthew Backus. You guys have done an excellent job playing up and down the ice here. I think, and if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure I'm right on this, Snow has the least goals allowed in the tournament. And another save by Snow off the blocker. Beasley goes for the hit, doesn't interrupt the puck traffic. They get it up high, they go D to D, and they're really just killing time on this one. They're not really making those aggressive moves towards net. They are well coached. I hate to say it, but a good friend is the coach over there, and he's done a great job with his squad. The Raiders are up high, trying to get something moving here, and Stelino's trying to read that D to D pass along the blue line and do something with it. Kim goes back up to the top, and that's all they're doing. 2-1. Raiders kill off the penalty, and now we've got a man, should have a man loose, and we do. And Brenner's making a move towards the puck hard. He's giving him the business all the way to the boards. Well done, Brenner. Puck gets loose. Stelino comes in to try to take care of it. Bounces out high to Beasley. Raiders get back on side and go back after it. Stelino comes off for Patton. Brenner gets a hold of it, loses it, and the Raiders are on the forward check. We got just about a minute left. Brenner gets the puck. He's got the opportunity. He takes an elbow, takes a hit. He keeps on ticking, and the Raiders are going to get a nice penalty on this one. But I'm afraid it's a little too late here. And he's still pushing him around, and you're going to let it go. You got to stop that nonsense. The most important thing is the safety of our kids on both sides of the ice. And if they're not doing things that right way, they need to be given that indication. The Raiders are going on the power play. They've got Robinson, Nash, Wiedemeyer. They're going to make a change. Beasley and Brown are coming out. Beck needs to go off. Oh, they've pulled their goalie, so the Raiders are going to go with 6. 6 on 4 here. Robinson wins it back, gets it to, Bo Patton, I'm sorry. They fired across, try to get it to Brown. Bo stops it at the blue line, taps it back down to the corner, but unfortunately doesn't go where we want it to go on that. Raiders are buzzing, trying to keep this one from going in a bad place. Puck gets dumped deep, nobody in the net, so the Raiders have to go down and collect. Beck on the breakout with speed, fires it up to Nash. Nash with speed goes in, gets slashed. Stops, tries to make a move to another player, gets taken down again, and the Raiders are in control again. Shot goes. Robinson tried to tip it in. This one's going to go long, and there's going to be no icing. Bo has a guy on his back, gets it over to Brown. Brown makes a great stick handle, gets it away from Tucker. They're going to fire it across. Beck gets hit. They pin the man against the boards. They've got 2-on-1 if they can get there, but they couldn't. They go in offsides. We got 12, 10, 9, 8, and they score. A shorty with 7.9 seconds left. And the Raiders are not happy, obviously. So the Raiders are going to lose 4-0 here. It's been a heck of a tournament, a heck of a battle. We came to fight, we came to win, but it just did not go in our favor here tonight. I don't think we had enough in the tank coming in, and we made some early positioning mistakes along with some great plays by the Bruins, and this is not going to come out in our favor tonight. This has been an excellent season. Both teams have grown and progressed. This has been the rubber match between the two teams, and unfortunately, the Raiders are not going to come out on top. That'll do it. Raiders lose 4-0 in the semifinals. Cherry Creek will be on, likely to play Poudre Valley. That's going to be an absolute war. We'll see how that goes. But the end of a tremendous season. Lots of great prospects for next season. Congratulations to the Bruins. Solid win here. Great execution. Unfortunately, I got to give a hug to the dad of one of the players on the other team. His boy showed up well today. Mr. Austin Tucker has been through some adversity this season, and he's come out on top, and I'm very proud of him for that. I would tell you all the story, but it's not a pretty story. The Raiders are going to be on to the next season, building relationships, building brotherhood, and getting back after it. That's all for now, Raiders fans. Thanks so much for tuning in, and have a great rest of your weekend.